Hey Leo, welcome to your reading. I just started your timer about 30 seconds ago, so just if you see that going, that's why. There's some major ending, and I think that you guys have been struggling mentally with that. This cycle, it's completely finished. And this could be causing a lot of distress. There may also be arguments, like you might be trying to argue the ending of this, or change how it is. I don't know. I feel like you're trying different things, trying different mental approaches. Like one day you can see it like this, the other day you can see it like that, but it's causing a sense of dis-ease. I'm gonna get a bit more. Okay, Spirit, what do we got? 10 of Swords. Yeah, this is a major ending. Ending to communication, ending. It's in your mind, like there's just no way to salvage this thing. Some of you family might be involved in this, and they might be giving you advice about an ending, or they might have some sort of investment in this ending, or they're somehow incorporated. Family is somehow incorporated into this ending. It could be family. It could be family that you're done with. I don't know. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is like some sort of it's causing you a lot of pain. It's causing you a lot of issues. Whatever this ending is, the big thing that ended recently, I definitely advise to let it go, because it's not going to be reborn. It's gone. That's very evident, and it's causing mental anguish. And I think maybe you have accepted it. There is this acceptance, like this understanding that, yep, this, whatever this death card represents, is done. It's something in the physical, like it's either a relationship, a situation, maybe a job, or like a living situation. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna get a bit more on that, because it's a bit it's a bit hard to read at this point. The Fool, yeah. This could be about a relationship breakdown, or your desire to close something and start something new for yourself. And this may not have been your choice. Like, it could be the circumstance has kind of forced you into a position where you need to make a decision on, do I continue trying to deal with this thing that's ended, or do I start a new beginning? And it could just be the way that you feel towards something, like some sort of family structure. Like you're over it, you're done, you're stepping out on your own. So for some of you, this could be you distancing yourself from family, maybe certain friends, maybe a lover. There's something, but it's causing some sort of issue. Hang on. Oh, right. Okay. So there was an ending that caused you strife. Communication, sorry, shut down. And that caused issues in the physical realm. Like I'm seeing anger and frustration, arguments, and it's caused you to feel either alone or want to branch off on your own. So it depends where you are. If you're still in this, I'd say there's really no way to revive the thing that's done, because it's done. And holding on to it's going to cause mental anguish. But Spirit's trying to call you out onto a path to show you that this wasn't for you. This chaos, this drama, that's not for you. That's not what Spirit wanted. And regardless of how it turned out the way it did. So you need to move forward, because holding on, looking back to what hurt you or what didn't work out, it's only keeping you in this state of like a mental trap, a mental prison. that Spirit's trying to push you out of, because they're saying that you're not stuck. You've got the key. You built the prison. You forged the key. Like, you laid the foundation, and then you put yourself in it, and then you closed the door and said, I can't leave this. Like, there's some sort of sense of ownership, I should say, some sort of sense of like, I have to deal with this, some responsibility to this situation. But Spirit's trying to say that this is not your responsibility to handle, and that whatever this is, even if it's not a responsibility, it could just be something that's upsetting you. There's something that Spirit's been very clearly trying to make you let go of, and you've probably noticed pushback from the universe whenever you hold on to this thing. Things might go wrong, plans might go wrong, communications either are delayed or misinterpreted, and it could be causing you issues in the relationships around you. Whatever that was that you're not, I don't want to say not letting go of, but mentally still focused on, whatever didn't work out, Spirit wants you to break free from that. And we're about to find out why. Let's go, Spirit. Oh, they're telling me right away, deck. Okay, show me clearly. Ooh. The sun. If I can reach it. Oh, got it. Got it. Don't worry, I've got it. The sun. Show me clearly. The Ten of Pentacles. Before that card, if you saw me, it was kind of like there was a card poking out like that, and I checked it and put it back. That was the Ten of Cups. Spirit kind of nudged me like, you should have taken that, but I didn't, so they're giving you the Ten of Pentacles. This is your happy ever after. Whatever this was that didn't work out was a test. It wasn't meant to stay, and that's the key, you weren't meant to stay in this situation. Spirit's saying that there's something that they're trying to clear out, because look what's here for you. The sun, I have to put this deck down so I can show you. The sun, Ten of Pentacles. There's happiness, there's family, there's joy, there's success, a lot of success. Like, it's almost like your life hasn't been able to begin. It's almost like Spirit's putting you through these things, these hurdles, so that you would get to exactly this point with exactly this issue. Because this issue is kind of like the final test. Whatever this was the final test. And depending on how you handle it or handled it, I feel like you're still connected to it. But Spirit's saying that they needed you to get to this point so that you would, this is the final test. Like, they're waiting to give you this, and they put you through all sorts of things like instability, plans wouldn't work out, friendships fall away, relationships don't work out, you got to move, or you've got to sell house, or you got to do this and that. That was because Spirit was trying to fortify your energy and build you up to a point of wisdom and maturity so that you could step out onto this. But the final test is an inner test. It's whether or not you're willing to let go of the past. And it's not in a negative way. They understand how difficult this is. And there's the reason. This is why. It's because you're supposed to have the Sun and the Ten of Pentacles, the happy ever after card, where you grow old, surrounded by children, pets, and you're in a prosperous kingdom. This is what was meant for you, but they understood that the very final hurdle you would have to leap over is inside yourself, because they knew that the circumstances that they put you through would put you in your head, put you in your emotions, because that's what needed to be addressed. That's what needed the healing. And that's why they keep putting you through these situations that are tumultuous, but I feel like there's one recently you've been through that was the last one. The last situation, the last major test. They could be minor tests like, day to day, sort of little tests that, to be honest, most of us would pass. If you're just a half decent person, you'll probably pass them. But the big, big karmic ones, this one, this was the hurdle. This was the final boss. And it's not that you're supposed to attack or settle this situation. This is about realizing that the pain that you're feeling is because of your focus on this situation. Even if it caused you pain, I feel like it's not causing pain anymore. It's because it's ended. It's because there's something that can't continue. That's why there's this state of pain. The 10 of Swords, you would have had the emotional happy ever after card here too if I had taken it out, but it's incorporated into this anyway. I'm gonna get a little more. If Leo does go through, success and happiness, great, but is there anything specific that you can give us about what this is? Rest, mental rest. If you feel like you haven't been able to take a breath, like life has just been slamming you down one thing after the next, letting go of this puts you in a state of abundance, happy ever after, and you get to rest. It's the mental rest where you don't have to be on guard. You don't have to be, just constantly hyper vigilant about who's this person, what's this situation, what's this and that. That hypervigilance came from all of these tests. And they're saying that this last test was like an accumulation of all the triggers that you could possibly have. So if there's been a test in the last, I don't know, however, in the recent past, let's say, in the very recent past, there's some major test and it's a big one. Like this is a big hitting life test that ended. It was something that was going and then it ended. It stopped and you keep looking back at it or trying to engage somehow with this circumstance, and Spirit's trying to get you over here, not over here, because over here has you looking at the past and situations that you cannot change. That's the thing that Spirit's saying. You cannot change this. So moving on, it's really the only option other than Spirit may teach you some things by holding on, but it's probably not going to be good. Whenever there's a major karmic path like this that ends, and trust me, I've been in this situation many times, Spirit will rip this situation away from you one way or another. Excuse me. And it's not because they're punishing you, it's because they can see how you suffer and they understand that you're kind of your own worst enemy. Like we all are. We're all our own worst enemies a lot of the time. We can spot things in other people's relationships, in other people's lives, but God help us if it's our relationship or our life, it becomes very difficult because there's a lot more than just the surface level observations going on within us. That's why. It's because you've got all the years of mental triggers, you've got all the emotions, you've got everything. It's not just as simple as do this, do that. But that's why we do these general readings, and personal readings are even better, but general readings can help with exactly this. So I hope if you're stuck, you understand that this situation isn't what's keeping you stuck, it's your focus on it. Focus on something that actually benefits you, that enriches your life. Don't focus on, I don't know, whatever this is, the thing that ended that's caused you this intense emotional pain. Like you're trying this mental approach, try that mental approach, try that one, like just constantly trying different things to try and get this to work. It won't work. And it will only cause strife in your life in a way that will force you onto the fool's journey, onto the fool's path. So either way, you will end up here. It just depends how bumpy that road is going to be. Actually, Spirit, can you give us a bit? Oh, I was going to say, can you give us a bit more on that situation? And they put it on that situation. So what's that? Oh, yeah. It's like you're robbing yourself of energy by pouring it into this dead situation. It's kind of like you're trying to water a garden or fertilize a garden after the plants have all died, thinking, oh, but maybe there's a little tiny fresh root that will regrow the plant. If I just keep at this, it will regrow. It's not going to regrow. It's dead. It's done. It's finished. It's changed form into a different form that can't change back into what it was. And turning, it's like your energy is just, it's being poured into these people, into this situation that ended. That's why this chaos, that's why this mental struggle is there. It's because you haven't got energy. You're giving away your energy instead of reinvesting it into yourself. And Spirit's got this amazing, amazing future coming. And the rest, I feel like this rest is well deserved. I feel like when this day comes, it's going to be better than money. It's going to be better than anything. This will be, I just feel like this really cherished moment where all this sinks in. Like, it's almost like you haven't got perspective yet because all you know is the tests. And Spirit's saying these tests are done. You just haven't handed them back in. You haven't handed your test back to Spirit. You've finished it. You're not in it anymore. So why are you focusing on the questions, wondering if you got it right, if you could do it better? Spirit's saying it's done. Whatever the results are, they're done. And the test is over. You can't redo this test. It's done. So they're trying to pull you over here. But as long as you stay here in this situation, focusing, you'll feel these mental pulls to try different things, but it won't work. It won't work out. And all you'll feel is this energetic loss, like you won't feel energetically balanced or stable. So if you feel like one day you're angry, the next day you're sad, the next day you're really hopeful and you want to connect, but then the next day you want nothing to do with anyone. Like, it's that type of energy that's what that is. That's why you feel that way. Because when you have no energy and you've directed it to somewhere else, to the point where you can't have any foundation of energy, that's what will happen. You'll feel disoriented. You'll feel like your decisions mean nothing, or they might not be able to be relied upon. You might get frustrated because your efforts go unnoticed. Your energy doesn't get returned because it's being poured into an empty cup, it's being poured into a cup with a hole in the bottom. It will never be full. It will never fill up. You will always be pouring into something and be left with nothing. Left with this horrible state that you maybe were in, or if you are in, you can move out of. Now, if this has finished for you, you've probably already noticed things picking up, things feeling better, you feeling better, your energy feeling more competent, more just strengthened. You feel strengthened and like you're blessed, almost like maybe your psychic abilities are coming back. Maybe things just start working out. People around you seem a bit happier and a bit like there's just like tension that's gone. What else? Is there anything else, Spirit? I don't know which way to go, so Spirit, just speak very clearly about what you want me to speak on next. Show me clearly, Spirit. Whoa, 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 whoa. 3 of Cups, I think. Yep. Community. 3 of Cups. Oh my goodness, I have never noticed. Can you see there's a little pumpkin in the corner there? Pumpkin. I don't know. That's strange. I've never noticed that ever. Huh. Pumpkin. Maybe pumpkin's relevant, or Halloween, or orange. I don't know. Or just pumpkin in general. I don't know. Maybe someone calls you pumpkin or pumpkin. That's pretty cute. All right, Spirit. 333. 333 might be a thing for you, or 111, or the triple god or goddess could be something for you. There's some sort of community, though, like an emotional foundation that comes Yeah, yeah. It's like, I've got to hold it up. See how, so this card represents community coming together, emotional foundation, building connections, like forging those connections and investing in them. This card is about coming out of strife and moving forward and gathering the troops and like your people, like moving forward with your people rather than focusing on whoever this is or whatever this is. I feel like it's a person for a lot of you or a group of people you're moving away from. If you can stop focusing on them. Spirit wanted me to add that because they're like, touch that card. Okay. Yeah. If you can move away from it, success, happiness, joy, the rest. I don't know why I keep getting pulled to this card. I'm going to dive into that. But clearly there's one left, maybe more, but we're going to see. Spirit, can you fill in that blank? Because I feel like that needs to be filled. So Spirit, what have we got for Leo? Oh, your timer ran out. How long is this going for? 22 minutes. Oh dear. Okay, well, that's all right. Hanged Man. Seeing things differently. Seeing things from a different perspective. It's like you can't see what you're in just yet because you haven't begun to move out from it, to step outside to see the building that you were in. It's like you're trapped in this situation, but it's your focus that has you trapped, not the situation. The situation's done. I get that that's done. And I think for your other readings, I feel like that came out. Death? I don't know. But you definitely see something from a different perspective once you move out of it, and you'll see it for what it was, the blessings. Okay. Spirit, what is this for? The devil in reverse. Yeah, it feels like you feel like you've been in bondage, in some almost like maybe cursed or hexed or something. It's not. It's your karmic path that's nearly done, like working off this intense struggle, this battle. It's nearly done. And this rest is the feeling of liberation, like your chains and shackles have just been obliterated and you are free. This freedom. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this helped. And yeah, if you guys want to book in for a personal reading, let me know. If you want witchcraft, tutoring, I can teach you everything I know. Um, but if not, if you can consider liking, subscribing, sharing if you want to share it, that'd be great. It helps the channel, and I'll catch us in the next one. Thanks for watching. Blessed be.